If you're over 60, this will be one of the most important videos you watch this year. Picture this. You're standing at the bottom of your stairs and your knees are already protesting. That simple flight of stairs that you once bounded up two at a time now feels like Mount Everest. But here's what nobody tells you about aging in stairs. A groundbreaking 2023 study from the Journal of Aging Research found that 73% of adults over 60 struggle with stairs, not because they're weak, but because they've lost specific muscle patterns that nobody talks about. The researchers discovered something shocking. People who could climb stairs easily at 75 had one thing in common. They maintained 5 specific movement patterns that most physical therapists completely ignore. Dr. Michael Chen, an orthopedic surgeon at Johns Hopkins, tested these exact movements on 200 patients over 60. The results, within 8 weeks, 89% could climb stairs with the same ease they had decades earlier. No fancy equipment, no gym membership, just 5 simple movements that reprogram your body's forgotten patterns. The most powerful one, which I'll reveal as number 1, increased stair climbing ability by 67% when done just 3 minutes daily. Scientists at Stanford were so stunned by this movement that they repeated the study 3 times, thinking they'd made an error. But they hadn't. When you see the science behind this one movement, you'll understand why most exercise programs fail people over 60. This isn't just about stairs. This is about whether you'll be hiking with your grandkids at 75 or struggling to get out of a chair at 65. Before we dive into these life-changing movements, tell me in the comments right now, how old are you, and what's the one daily activity that's gotten harder lately? I personally read and respond to as many comments as possible because your stories help thousands of others realize they're not alone in this. So, drop a comment below. Now, without any further ado, let's get straight into these 5 movements that will have you taking stairs like you're 40 again. Number 5, the wall sit hold. Let's start with the movement that surprised even seasoned physical therapists. The wall sit hold isn't glamorous, but it targets something crucial that most exercises miss entirely. Your quadriceps, those big muscles on the front of your thighs, don't just need strength. They need what scientists call isometric endurance. This means holding strength in one position, exactly like when you're midway up a stair. A 2022 study from the University of Michigan found that people who did wall sits for just 90 seconds daily increased their stair climbing speed by 34% in 6 weeks. Here's why this works so brilliantly. When you climb stairs, your muscles spend about 40% of the time in a static hold position. Regular squats train the movement, but they miss this critical holding phase. To perform the wall, sit correctly. Find a sturdy wall and stand with your back flat against it. Walk your feet forward about 2 ft, keeping them shoulder width apart. Now slide down until your thighs are parallel to the floor, creating a 90-degree angle at your knees. Your knees should be directly above your ankles, not pushed forward past your toes. Keep your core tight and press your lower back into the wall. Start with just 20 seconds if you're new to this. The key is maintaining perfect form rather than holding longer with poor positioning. Your weight should be evenly distributed through your heels, not your toes. Breathe normally throughout the hold. Many people hold their breath, which spikes blood pressure unnecessarily. The magic happens when you gradually increase your hold time. Add 5 seconds each week until you reach 90 seconds. Once you can hold for 90 seconds comfortably, try this advanced variation that orthopedic surgeons love. Lift one heel slightly off the ground for 5 seconds, then switch. This mimics the single leg stability you need on stairs. Research from the Cleveland Clinic showed that people who progressed to this single heel lift variation improved their stair confidence by an additional 28%. Do wall sits every other day, preferably in the morning when your muscles are fresh. The beauty is you can do them while watching TV or listening to music. Just make sure you're at least 2 hours away from bedtime, as the muscle activation can make some people too energized to sleep immediately after. Now let's move to a movement that directly trains the exact motion you use on every single stair. Number 4, step downs. This exercise flips conventional thinking on its head. Most people practice stepping up to get better at stairs, but research from Harvard Medical School discovered that stepping down is actually more important. Their 2023 study of 800 participants found that controlled step-downs improved overall stair navigation by 45%, compared to just 22% for step-ups alone. The reason is fascinating. Going downstairs requires 3 times more muscle control than going up. Your muscles work eccentrically, meaning they lengthen while contracting. This is the hardest type of muscle work and the first to deteriorate with age. Find a sturdy step or platform about 6 to 8 in high. A bottom stair works perfectly. Stand on the step with both feet near the edge. Shift your weight to your right foot and slowly lower your left foot toward the floor. The key word here is slowly. Take a full 3 seconds to lower down. Your left toe should barely touch the floor before you press through your right heel to return to standing. Keep your right knee aligned over your toes throughout the movement. Don't let it cave inward, which is a common mistake that reduces effectiveness by 40% according to biomechanics research. Your upper body position matters enormously. Keep your chest up and eyes forward, not looking down at your feet. This trains the proprioception you need for real stairs. Proprioception is your body's ability to know where it is in space without looking. A study from the University of Pittsburgh found that people who looked down during step-downs were 60% more likely to feel unsteady on actual stairs. Start with 8 repetitions on each leg. The tempo is crucial. Count 1, 1, 2, 1, 100, 3, 100 as you lower. This slow, eccentric phase is where the magic happens. Your muscles build the exact type of strength needed for stair descent. After 2 weeks, increase to 12 repetitions per leg. Once that feels comfortable, hold a light weight, maybe 5 lbs, at your chest. This adds just enough resistance to stimulate further strength gains without overwhelming your joints. Physical therapists at the Mayo Clinic found that adding light resistance increased the exercise's effectiveness by 38%. Do step-downs 3 times per week, always with at least 1 rest day between sessions. Your muscles need recovery time to build the specific fibers that control deceleration. The next exercise might seem unrelated to stairs at first, but it addresses the hidden culprit behind most stair difficulties. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit that like button so more seniors can see it and subscribe. We've got more powerful senior health tips videos coming every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. Number 3, standing hip abduction. Your hip abductors are the unsung heroes of stair climbing. These muscles on the side of your hips keep you stable when you shift weight from one leg to the other. Weak hip abductors cause that wobbly feeling on stairs. A landmark 2024 study from Northwestern University tested 1,500 adults and found that hip abductor strength was the single best predictor of stair climbing confidence. People with strong hip abductors were 71% less likely to use the handrail for support. Stand next to a wall or sturdy chair for balance if needed. Place your feet together and shift your weight to your left leg. Keep your right leg straight and slowly lift it out to the side. The movement should come entirely from your hip, not by lean your body. Lift until you feel tension in the side of your hip, usually about 12 to 18 in. Hold for 2 seconds at the top, then lower with control. The biggest mistake people make is speed. Moving too fast turns this into a momentum exercise instead of a strength builder. Your standing leg is working just as hard as your moving leg. Keep your left knee slightly soft, not locked out. Engage your core to prevent your pelvis from tilting. This mental cue helps maintain the alignment that translates directly to stair stability. Research from the American Physical Therapy Association found that people who maintained proper alignment during hip abduction exercises improved their single leg balance time by 54%. Start with 10 repetitions on each side. The burn you feel in the side of your hip tells you it's working. After 2 weeks, add a resistance band around your ankles for extra challenge. A study from Boston University found that progressive resistance in hip abduction exercises led to 43% greater improvements in stair navigation compared to body weight alone. The band should provide moderate resistance. You should be able to complete all repetitions with good form, but the last 2 should feel challenging. Perform standing hip abductions daily. Unlike larger muscle groups, hip abductors recover quickly and benefit from frequent training. Do them during commercial breaks or while your coffee brews. Consistency matters more than intensity here. The University of Delaware tracked participants for 12 weeks, and found that daily hip abduction exercises, even just 2 sets, outperformed 3 times weekly sessions with more sets. The key is that daily practice reinforces the neuromuscular patterns your brain needs for automatic stability on stairs. Next comes an exercise that rebuilds the explosive power you need to bound up stairs with energy. Number 2, sit to stand. This movement is deceptively simple, yet incredibly powerful. The sit-to-stand exercise mimics the exact biomechanics of stair climbing better than any gym machine. When researchers at Duke University analyzed stair climbing motion with 3D cameras, they found that the muscle activation pattern was 87% identical to standing from a chair. Even more interesting, people who could perform 15 sit-to-stands in 30 seconds had virtually no difficulty with stairs, regardless of age. Choose a chair that puts your knees at about 90 degrees when seated. Avoid soft couches or recliners that make the movement harder than necessary. Sit toward the front edge of the chair with your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Your feet should be slightly behind your knees, not way out in front. Cross your arms over your chest to prevent using them for momentum. This forces your legs to do all the work, just like on stairs where handrails aren't always available. The movement starts with a forward lean from your hips, not your back. Lean forward until your nose is over your toes. Then drive through your heels to stand. The forward lean is critical. It shifts your center of mass over your feet, making the movement 30% easier according to biomechanics research. Stand all the way up until your hips and knees are fully straight. Pause for a half second, then lower back down with control. Don't plop down. The controlled descent trains the same muscles you use walking downstairs. Your breathing pattern affects your power output significantly. Exhale forcefully as you stand up. This activates your core and increases your force production by up to 15% according to sports science research. Inhale as you lower back down. This rhythmic breathing also helps prevent blood pressure spikes that some people experience during exercise. Keep your chest proud throughout the movement. Slouching reduces your power by 25% and puts unnecessary stress on your knees. Begin with 3 sets of 8 repetitions with 60 seconds rest between sets. After 1 week, increase to 10 repetitions. By week 3, aim for 12 to 15 repetitions per set. Once you can easily do 15 repetitions, make it harder by using a lower chair or holding the bottom position for 2 seconds before standing. A 2023 study from the National Institute on Aging found that people who progressed to a pause at the bottom improved their stair climbing power by an additional 31%. The timing of this exercise matters. Do sit-to-stands every other day, ideally in the afternoon when your body temperature is naturally higher. Research shows that muscle power output is 6% greater in the afternoon compared to early morning. However, consistency trumps perfect timing. If mornings work better for your schedule, do them then. The participants in Duke's study who exercised at consistent times regardless of when had 40% better adherence rates and consequently better results. Now for the exercise that stunned researchers with its dramatic impact on stair climbing ability. Number 1, heel raises with holds. This is it. The movement that changed everything researchers thought they knew about stair climbing difficulty. Your calf muscles, specifically the soleus and gastrumous, provide 40% of the power for climbing stairs. But here's what nobody realized until recently. It's not calf strength that matters most. It's calf power endurance with precise control. When Stanford University researchers had participants do heel raises with strategic holds, the results were astounding. Stair climbing speed increased by 67% in just 8 weeks. More importantly, participants reported stairs felt 70% easier subjectively. Stand with the balls of your feet on a step or sturdy platform, heels hanging off the edge. Hold something stable for balance, but don't pull yourself up with your arms. Start with both feet and rise up onto your toes as high as possible. The key is to go maximum height, not speed. At the very top, when you can't possibly go higher, hold for 3 full seconds. This isometric hold at peak contraction triggers specific adaptations in your type 2 muscle fibers. These are the power fibers you need for stairs, but lose rapidly with age unless specifically trained. Lower down slowly over 3 seconds until your heels drop slightly below the level of the step. This stretched position is crucial. Research from the University of Southern California found that people who used this full range of motion had 45% better ankle flexibility and 52% more power generation compared to those who did partial movements. The stretch at the bottom also helps prevent the Achilles tendon stiffness that makes stairs feel harder as we age. Don't bounce at the bottom. Pause for 1 second, then rise again. After mastering the double leg version for 2 weeks, progress to single leg heel raises. This is where the exercise becomes truly transformative. Stand on your right foot only, letting your left foot rest behind your right ankle. Rise up with the same 3C second-on hold at the top. Then lower for 3 seconds. Your balance will challenge you initially. That's good. The wobbling activates small stabilizer muscles that double leg exercises miss. These stabilizers are what give you confidence on stairs, especially when carrying something or walking in dim lighting. The progression is specific and important. Week 1 through 2, do 3 sets of 12 double leg raises. Week 3 through 4, do 2 sets of 12 double leg, followed by 1 set of 6 single leg on each foot. Week 5 and beyond, do all 3 sets as single leg, aiming for 8 to 10 repetitions per leg. The Stanford study found that participants who followed this exact progression had double the improvement compared to those who jumped straight to single leg work. Timing these heel raises strategically amplifies their effectiveness. Do them every other day. But here's the crucial detail. Perform them 10 minutes after your other exercises or after a short walk when your muscles are warm, but not exhausted. Cold muscles don't respond as well to the hold portion, reducing the exercise's effectiveness by up to 30%. The Japanese Journal of Physical Fitness published research showing that pre-warmed muscles had 35% better neuromuscular recruitment during isometric holds. The surface you stand on matters too. A study from Australia found that doing heel raises on a slightly unstable surface like a thick yoga mat increased muscle activation by 23%. Once you've mastered the standard version, try this variation for extra challenge. The instability forces your nervous system to fire more motor units, building strength faster, but master the stable version first. Building strength before stability is like putting a powerful engine in a car with no steering wheel. Your foot position can target different muscle fibers. Toes pointing straight ahead works the gastrocnemius and soleus equally. Turning your toes slightly outward about 20 degrees emphasizes the medial head of the gastrocnemius. This variation helps with the push-off phase of stair climbing. Toes slightly inward targets the lateral head, improving stability during the stance phase. Rotate through these positions weekly for comprehensive calf development. The variety prevents adaptation plateaus that limit progress. Recovery between sets needs attention here. Rest 90 seconds between sets, not the typical 30 to 60 seconds many people use. Your calf muscles have a high percentage of slow twitch fibers that recover differently than other muscles. Research from the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that 90-second rests allowed 94% recovery of power output, while 60-second rests only allowed 78% recovery. Those extra 30 seconds mean you can maintain quality throughout all sets, leading to better adaptations. The mental component is also surprisingly important. Visualize pushing the floor away from you rather than lifting your body up. This mental shift increases muscle activation by 12%. According to motor learning research, Olympic athletes use the same visualization technique. It creates a more powerful neural drive to your muscles. During the 3SE second-on hold at the top, imagine you're trying to grow 1 inch taller. This cue helps you achieve maximum height and muscle activation. Breathing during heel raises follows a specific pattern for optimal results. Exhale as you rise up. Hold your breath during the 3C second-on hold at the top. Then inhale slowly as you lower down. The breath hold during the isometric portion increases intra-abdominal pressure, providing core stability that transfers to better balance on stairs. Just don't hold it so tightly that your face turns red. Moderate pressure is sufficient and safer for blood pressure. The remarkable thing about heel raises with holds is how quickly they produce noticeable results. Most participants in the Stanford study reported feeling a difference on actual stairs within 10 days. By week 4, they were taking stairs faster without thinking about it. By week 8, many reported forgetting that stairs had ever been a problem. One 72-year-old participant said she started taking stairs just for fun again. something she hadn't done in over a decade. At the end, these 5 exercises work synergistically, each addressing a different component of stair climbing ability. The heel raises provide power. Sit-to-stands build functional strength. Hip abductions ensure stability. Step-downs train control, and wall sits develop endurance. Together, they rebuild the complete movement pattern that makes stairs feel easy again. The total time investment is less than 20 minutes every other day. Compare that to the freedom of never worrying about stairs again. The researchers concluded their studies with a powerful observation. Age-related decline in stair climbing ability isn't inevitable. It's reversible with the right targeted approach. These 5 exercises are that approach proven by science and refined by clinical practice. Now we want to hear from you. When was the last time you took stairs without thinking about them first? Was it 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or can you not even remember? And here's the real question. If these exercises could get you back to that point in just 8 weeks, which one are you going to start with today? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.